This is All India Radio Shillong. The Northeast News Bulletin read by Sandeepan Chakravarti. The centre has written to state governments and union territories to include all eligible disabled persons under the National Food Security Act NFSA 2013. The Department of Food and Public Distribution has advised them to ensure that all disabled persons get their entitled quota of food grains under NFSA and Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Those not covered should be provided with fresh ration cards as per the eligibility criteria. 3 senior Assam Police officers, including 2 superintendents of police, tested positive for COVID-19 yesterday. A total of 3,310 Assam Police personnel, including Director General of Police Bhaskar Jyoti Mahanta, have tested positive for the infection, while 2,698 have recovered and 601 are undergoing treatment. Assam so far reported 89,468 COVID-19 cases, of which 21,590 are active, while 67,641 people have recovered, 234 died and 3 migrated to other states. An 84-year-old man who was positive for COVID-19 and also had other health complications including diabetes expired in Tikrikilla, West Garo Hills yesterday, taking the number of fatality to 8 in Meghalaya. The state also registered 106 new cases, Director of Health Services Dr. Amanwar said. Of these, 64 were from East Khasi Hills, which includes 26 armed forces personnel and 38 civilians, 3 each from East Jaintia Hills and Riphoi district, 16 from West Khasi Hills, 9 from West Garo Hills, including 3 armed forces personnel and 6 civilians, 10 armed forces personnel from South Garo Hills and 1 from North Garo Hills district also tested positive for COVID-19 yesterday. 7 patients also recovered, taking the number of recoveries to 776 in Meghalaya so far. With community transmission of the virus surging, several buildings and specific areas in Shillong city have been declared as containment zones by the East Khasi Hills District Magistrate. Nagaland reported 51 new cases of COVID-19 positive yesterday, taking the total cases in the state to 3,686. The new cases were detected among 28 armed forces, 14 traced contacts, 6 frontline workers and 3 returnees from other states. In addition, 128 people also recovered from the infection yesterday. Active cases in Nagaland have risen to 1,376, while 2,294 people have recovered and 8 persons have lost their lives so far. 22 more people tested positive for COVID-19 in Sikkim, taking the state's tally to 1,401 yesterday. Director General cum Secretary Health Dr. Pempati Bhutia said all new cases were reported in East Sikkim district. The fresh infections have pushed the number of active cases to 527, while 871 people have been cured of the disease and 3 have died of it. 15 more people, including 2 frontline workers in Mizoram, tested positive for novel coronavirus yesterday, taking the state's COVID-19 case load to 918. 11 cases were reported from Kolasib district, 3 from Mizoram and 1 from Lunglei. Of the fresh cases, 9 were due to local transmission. 6 truck drivers who came from Tripura and Assam were among the rest, officials said. Meanwhile, 36 people were discharged from COVID care centers yesterday after they recovered from the infection. Arunachal Pradesh reported 97 more COVID-19 cases, including 35 security personnel, pushing the state's tally to 3,223 yesterday. The fresh cases, including 24 each from Tawang and Upper Subansiri, 22 from the Capital Complex region and 16 from West Kameng. Arunachal Pradesh now has 990 active cases after 103 people were discharged from hospitals. The state's recovery rate stood at 69.12%. In Assam, over 400 persons have donated plasma for treatment of COVID-19 patients. Talking to AIR Director of National Health Mission, Dr. Lakshmanan has said that nearly 500 units of plasma have been administered so far. He said that there are 5 centers in Assam where plasma can be donated. Dr. Lakshmanan said that a recovered person can donate plasma after 28 days with certain conditions. Over 67,000 persons have been cured of COVID-19 in Assam till date. And with that, we end the Northeast News Bulletin from All India Radio Shillong. Have a nice day.